folks, 965 back again. Happy New Year to everybody. It's the 8th of January now, 2016, and just had a new radio land here. So I thought we'd have a little look at it tonight, see what it comes like, what you get in the box, and then just have a little look at it and a bit of an overview really. So without further ado, I'll spin the camera around and we'll have a little look at it. You probably already know what it is by the title of the video, so we'll swing it round. Okay, so that's the radio that we're talking about. As I mentioned, you probably guessed from the title of the video. So we've got the Albrecht AE6110 multi-standard AM FM. It covers multiple frequencies, including the UK 40 and the mid-block or the EU channels. You have to remember that the EU channels, they use different ranges in different countries in Europe. Some are FM, some are AM, some are both. So you have to, be a little bit careful with what you use and where you go with it. But for what we need it for, it's going to be perfect. A lot of talk about these at the moment around the various forums and Facebook groups. They're very much the same as the CRT1, but the CRT1 doesn't have a signal meter, and I do like a radio with a signal meter. So hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I'll give you a close-up of the box. Okay, so when you get it, first thing you notice is how small the box is. Next thing you notice is you get a really nice glossy manual, and it's in multiple languages: English, French, Spanish, Italian, etc, etc. So you get the book. Then we open up the box itself. You've got the radio and mic, as you might expect, with the power lead. You get a bracket, which is really small. In fact, it's even smaller than the one for a porta pack. Little bag of fittings, including a spare fuse, some screws, a microphone clip there, and a couple of thumb screws as well. So that's fine, that's what you expect to see. We'll get rid of the box and we'll lay it out so you can see it all. So the radio itself comes all wrapped up in a lot of plastic. So we'll take all that off and get rid of that. And the radio itself. So there we go, there it is. Sits in the palm of your hand. The Albrecht AE6110. Nice and compact, very functional, very easy to use. Nothing on there that you won't use, so it's pretty handy. Speakers in the bottom there, and your SO239 in the back. There is also a provision there for an external speaker. Microphone then is, considering the size of the radio, quite chunky. That's the radio in my hand. Sorry, that's the mic in my hand, and there's the radio in my hand. So it's quite, by comparison, it's quite monstrous. But no, it looks quite nice. It's just a plastic mic with a. There's no click when you press the button. I would like a click, but can't have everything in life. And you've got up-down channel selectors, which you also use with the sort of menu, if you like, with the radio. So there it is. That's all it is, and that is going to be perfect for the sort of stuff I do, the portable activities. That's going to sit nicely in the rucksack, and that was one of the main reasons I went for it really, because of size and because of weight. The external case is actually, I don't know if it's die cast, but it is certainly a cast metallic material. Pretty robust, which is nice, and yeah, very impressed with it. I have seen one before, but I never really touched it, to be honest. So yeah, first impressions are very good. You've got the little peel off protector on the screen, so yeah, that's all very good. So what we'll do, we'll get an idea of some size, although you can see in the palm of my hand that it's quite a compact little unit. but we'll get some measurements and we'll be back. So the radio itself, the weight of the mic, the radio and the power lead, the combined weight is just shy of 400 grams. So it's very lightweight indeed compared to all the other boxes. It's incredible really. So it's 4 inches across, or 10 centimeters, 100 mil, including the on-off knob at the front. It's about 4¼ inches deep or long, and the depth is 1 inch. So that's I've never measured a radio with that ruler before. So it's very compact, to say the least. As I mentioned before, it's a very nice book, and the instructions are so easy to follow. I had a quick look through before I started the video, but it's so easy to follow, and everything you need to know is in there, including they give you a chart there so you can see what all the channels for each country are. As you can see, UK, it's got 40 channels FM. It hasn't been updated to say that we've got 40 channels on the mid block, but there we go. I think this probably was all in the pipeline well before, but there we go. You've got the EU channels there at the top. So 26965 to 27.405, which is the mid block, and you would use that on the AM. And then obviously you've got the 40 channels UK, 27.60125 to 27.99125. So the 2 bands there that we would use over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it fired up and attached to an antenna, and we'll just do a quick check to make sure it's doing the right power output, and we'll see if anyone's about. Back in shortly. Okay, so we've got it plumbed in. I've just temporarily attached it to my laptop station there. It's all up and running. It's fine. It's got a nice little orange display. If I turn that light out, yeah, quite nice. As I say, it's got the signal meter on it, which is what I wanted. And on this side you've got the green light to indicate receive, and unfortunately at the moment it's just picking up the noise from everything else I've got on in the workshop. When you key the mic, the green goes out and the TX red comes on. So it's all working as it should do, which is great. This is your on-off switch and your volume control. Okay, got your usual emergency button there, which I don't know if anyone's ever used in the history of radio. 19 and 9. Okay, so back to 19. Your squelch is here, so if you push the squelch once, you use the up down buttons on the mic, go the other way, that's off, and then your squelch is controllable by the up down buttons on the mic. And I'll get to 1, it should go off. There we go. So it's squelched out all the noise now. But you can see I've still got £5 of rubbish because of where it is and where the workshop's located. So you squelch control, you push it once, and then you can go all the way up to 2.8 on the squelch, which is pretty much, you know, anyone who's nearby. It goes up one more and squelch is off. You've also got an auto squelch. So if you push and hold the SQ squelch button, you're now into the menu for auto squelch, which goes from 1 to 9. So it's hasn't got as much variance as the manual squelch, but basically what it means is once it's set, it goes back to the channel readout, and then you can just push and hold, and that releases your auto squelch. Push and hold, and your auto squelch is back in play. So that's very, very easy to use. This is your AM and FM button. Now we're on the UK mode. So as you saw in the book, it doesn't register the fact that we're allowed to use AM on the mid block now. Obviously it's still set for the UK 40, and that's probably why. So that doesn't do anything unless you're on a setting that allows AM. Next one is your RF gain. So again, you just push it and then you can scroll up using the buttons, and it's got quite a strange range, and you'll see the noise start to come up as I scroll through. So you've got one, there you go, and that there is the lowest or the most RF gain. It's kind of a reverse scale. That's the most RF gain that you can have. We just turn the auto squelch off and turn it down. So that's a reverse scale, so the lower the number, the higher the RF gain. That's what it looks like to me on that, and that's basically everything you need to know for the functionality of it. Now, in terms of switching between EU, Italy, Poland, etc., etc., basically what you do is you turn the radio off like that. You push and hold the A/F button, which is AM FM, okay, and then you turn the radio on. And then you can scroll through it again using the channel buttons on the top of the mic there. You scroll through the various different ones. Poland there, that's supposed to be UK, CE, and then EU. So you on EU. Once you're on the one you want, you turn it off, turn it back on, and you're now on the EU. So we'll just get rid of the RF, there we go. So we're now on the EU channels. So now when I press the AM FM, it goes to AM. So we're now on the AM on the EU block, and as I showed you in the book previously, the EU channel setup is 26965 to 27405, which is the mid block. So that's perfect. So we're on channel 19 on the mid block now. So that's basically it. Putting it back to UK is very simple. Again, same process. Hold AF, turn it on using the up down buttons on the mic. Go to the country of preference. For us, that's UK. I'm sure that's meant to be a K. Turn it off, turn it back on, and it automatically puts you back to FM because on that 40 channels we've only got the FM. So we shall go to channel 19, and we're on maximum RF gain. Okay, we'll just take the squelch to off. Okay, and I'll just see if anyone is on 19, see if we can get a bit of a radio report. Any stations on channel 19 looking for a radio report, please? No, which is what I'd expected, to be honest. So we'll go up through the channels. You can do it individually, or if you press and hold, it goes through them a bit quicker. But usual noise floor in the workshop, and yeah, unfortunately nothing. We'll give it another try. Yeah, any stations on the 19 looking for a radio report, please? No, nothing. Okay, so that's basically the overview. It was only intended to be a quick video anyway, just to show you the new radio that's landed. It's going to be coming out on CTX duties with me, and see how I get on with it. But looking at it, if you're only going to use the legal frequencies on the legal bands there, and you're not looking for sideband, then that's going to be a great little box for your car. Brilliant for go boxes, go bags, you know, superb. So I'm really pleased with that. That's very good. I really like it. So there's not much more to be said really. I did do a power check on the radio itself, and we'll see if we can just tip it down. We got the power meter on. Let me just flick it over onto the, there we go. So if I flick it over onto my dummy, what's it? Just 2 seconds. There we go. And we'll just give it a try and see what it's reading. It's reading a touch over 4. A touch over 4 there. That's interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's set to go. No need to get in there and turn any pots, which is brilliant. That's great news. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that's the Alinco there, the workshop workhorse. So there we go. That's the Albrecht AE6110, and I think I'm going to enjoy. I think I'm going to enjoy using that. I like the look of it already. I say it's a nice orange display, and yeah, very easy to use. Auto squelch works a treat. Once those green lights go out, you know you're not. There's no RX. Still registers the noise, but no actual RX. So yeah, all good. Very good indeed. That's about it really for the quick look at the Albrecht. As the more I use it, obviously I can update you and let you know how things are going and stuff. But my throat is sore. I'm still recovering from a few days of nastiness really, which is why I haven't been out portable again since the overnighter. So what I'll do is I'll throw some pictures in at the end for you. I'll also put it next to some other radios so that you can get a good comparison on the size. It really is tiny. Shame we couldn't get anyone on the radio, but it will be out with me soon, so you'll be able to see exactly how it works. But there we go. That's everything I've got to say. That's all from me for now. More videos to follow this year, and cheers everyone. We'll see you next time around.